Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are going to be talking about the brand new game Avowed. Now this game is awesome, but it has some deep mechanics and gameplay features that can be easily overlooked if you're not paying attention. So I compiled a list of some tips and tricks to help get you started and get your progression going smoothly. Alright, real quick, this game is currently only available if you own the premium edition of the game. The base edition will be available to play in just a few days. It comes out on the 18th and it is on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, you won't have to pay anything other than the Game Pass subscription to play it. But yeah, if you want to play it currently right now early, you have to upgrade it to the premium edition of the game. Alright, so first up on the list is right when you start the game, right when you're done creating this beautiful abomination of a character, you're met with a choice. The choice is to select a background for your character. Now this seems like a lot bigger choice than it is. You get 5 different options to choose from that each have their own different, backgrounds. But that's all it really is just the background of your character. The only thing that's going to change is unique dialogue options and the starting weapon. Now the Arcane Scholar is going to start with a dagger, the Court Augur is going to start with a mace, the Noble Scion is going to start with a sword, the Vanguard Scout is going to start with an axe, and the War Hero is going to start with a spear. Also, each one of these backgrounds is going to have their own pre-made attribute points here, as you can see. They each have their own different one, but you can change them. So let's say you wanted your character to have the background of a war hero, but you want him to be more of a spellcaster. You can adjust some of your points and throw them into intellect, just whatever you want to do here. However, by changing these though, you might not be able to get the dialogue options that are supposed to be specific for this background, because you need a specific amount of attribute points in a specific category in order for you to use the dialogue option that is provided. Alright, next up is make sure you are exploring and looting everything. It feels like everywhere you go, there's secret rooms, pathways that you can discover, and they all have something to loot. And looting is something that you need to be doing in order to help you with your progression. Most lootable objects are going to be making like a loud ringing noise when you get close to them. So make sure you're checking everything. Look for the pathways. If you jump into some water, look for underwater tunnels. There's a lot of buildings that have chests inside that you can hear, but the only way to get into that building is to like parkour around the rooftops and try to find your way in. And even things like waterfalls. If you see a waterfall, you might as well check behind it because you know there's going to be some loot back there. The map is just really cool and there's so many like secret spots and things to explore, so just keep your eyes peeled. Also, if you find yourself overweight from picking up too much loot, you can transfer items to your camp storage. All you have to do is open your inventory and go to whatever item it is that you want to transfer and press the button that's shown here on the bottom right, and the item will be transferred into your party storage. In order to access that storage, you have to go to a party camp, which you can find by interacting with one of these big Adra waystones and then going to the storage chest. Alright, so now you're probably asking, why is the loot so important? Why do I need to be looting around so much? And the answer is quality. Quality is the reason why the loot is so important. Everything has a quality number. Your weapons, your armor, your enemies, everything has a quality number. Think of the quality number as like a power level. So as you progress and get into new areas of the map, you're going to run into enemies that have a higher quality level than what your weapons and armor are currently at. It's possible to take these fights and win, but it's going to be very hard and take you a while because essentially you're just under leveled. And the only way to handle that is by going to a party camp, which again you can find by interacting with the big Adra waystones, and then you go to the workbench, which will allow you to upgrade your weapons and your armor. Now here's where all that looting comes into play. Upgrading costs materials. Where do you get the materials? Looting. Now while you're looting, you'll find either the raw materials or weapons and armor. And if you have multiple of the same weapons or weapons you don't want to use, you can break them down and get materials as well. To break down items, all you have to do is hover over the item and hold the prompted button shown here. The materials you'll receive are listed right here, so when you go to upgrade something, if you're missing some of the materials, you can check the weapons that you want to break down and see if they're going to give you the material that you need. Alright, let's talk about these skill trees and how they work. Every time you level up, you will get 1 point to put into one of these skill trees found in the ability tab, and you'll get another point to put into your attribute tree found in your character tab. Now, under the abilities tab, the 3 main trees are fighter, ranger, and wizard. This is going to determine the playstyle and the overall build of your character. The fighter ability tree focuses on overwhelming combat force. It contains abilities tailored towards dealing high damage with axes, maces, and two-handed melee weapons. It also includes abilities that help with stamina management, traversal, crowd control, and blocking with shields. The wizard ability tree focuses heavily on spell casting. It contains abilities tailored towards wands, grimoires, elemental effects, and essence management. Essence, by the way, is this game's version of like mana, so it's like your magic points, your magic cost. The godlike ability tree are just abilities that you unlock as you progress throughout the game. There's nothing you have to put any skill points into, it's just going to gradually unlock as you progress the storyline. The ranger ability tree focuses on agility and finesse. It contains abilities tailored towards ranged combat and rapid one-handed melee attacks. It also includes abilities that improve resource gathering, movement speed, stealth, and precision aim. Also, during your gameplay, you'll have companions that travel and fight alongside you, and they will also be leveling up and have a skill tree that you can use to help you out in combat. The skills you choose for your companion are going to be equipped onto your ability bar here, so that way you can use them to help you fight in combat. When in the abilities tab, you can see how close you are to leveling up by looking at the bottom right. Or if you're in your character tab, you can see it right here under your character's name. Also, if you don't like the build that you're currently running, you can reset your skill points with coins and put all your points into a different tree, or mix it up, whatever you're feeling like, if you just want to try something different. Or if you do like the build you have but want to just try something new, this is something that I found extremely useful. You can have multiple saves going at the same time. Meaning you can be doing a playthrough with a wizard build and then create a new game and start a playthrough as a fighter or a ranger or just whatever you want. If you want to see what the different dialogue options are for each background, you can do that if you'd like. Now, I thought this was really awesome because I started my playthrough on stream, and once I ended stream and I went out and did other things that I had to get done, when I got back home I wanted to keep playing, but I didn't want to advance further than what the people in my stream saw, so next time I turn on stream I'd be way further ahead than where we all left off. So I thought it was really awesome I can create my own secondary save file and play by myself when I'm not doing the content or whatever. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe. Once again, thank you very much. If you'd like to see more on this game, let me know down in the comments, and yeah, I will catch you on the next one.